Hello, how's it going? Back from that Stroll series video. Today we are talking about the first time Braw Beard exhibited outside of Scotland. Yeah, interesting story. But I'll tell you that in a minute. Whoa, there's a deer down there. I don't know if you can see him. You see a deer bouncing down there? It's a long way away. Fuck. Hope he doesn't jump out at me further down here. Anyway, let's go and find out. Yeah, I'll tell you the story about the first time we exhibited outside of Scotland. But it's been a few days, or it's been maybe 2 weeks almost since I've done a Stroll series video. And this is me back in Bigfoot Woods for the first time. The woods I call Bigfoot Woods, but we had Storm Florus, or whatever it was called, last week. Big heavy high winds and stuff, so I'm just going to be a bit cautious in here in case there's any trees about to fall down. Don't fancy getting crushed, but there's quite a few on their sides, so we just need to be careful, be cautious of that. See, where is it? Fucking this tracking thing over there's another one. So right, the first time we exhibited outside Scotland, right? So Braw Beard started back in October 2012. I was just selling locally on the website and stuff eventually. And then I wanted to do a show, custom car show. It was an event I wanted to go to anyway. Elaine and I, my wife, we wanted to go to see this custom car show. It was called Custom Culture Blast Off. And it was down in Spalding in Lincolnshire, which for us was a 7 hours drive, right? So that's one of the reasons we never actually ended up going, just as visitors. So I had Braw Beard, and I thought, you know what, let's take the brand down there. We'll get a stand set up, and we'll go and actually exhibit there. Oh, that's fresh. That's fresh. Let's see, can I show you? There. Where's that come from? Fucking hell, that's coming from... Oh no, is it just snapped there? Yeah, it's just snapped there. That's alright. It looks as though it snapped from up there somewhere. Yeah, so there was this event down in Spalding in Lincolnshire. Elaine and I wanted to go for a while, and it was a fucking long drive. So we thought we'll go with the brand. So I contacted them. They said, yeah, we've got space for traders. Do you want to come down? I said, yeah, we'll come down. And it was our first event, right? Even then, when I made the booking, they were like, beard oil. What's beard oil? They were thinking it was something to do with cars, like a polish for shining the paintwork. And I was like, no, it's like conditioner for your beard. Alright, cool. No worries, come down. As long as you've got your insurance and all that stuff. So, yeah, got insurance, safety assessments, all that stuff. And headed down. And a fucking 7 hour drive, man, for our first event. No idea where we were going or what we were doing. This is before Google Maps was any good as well. So, we drove down, obviously stopped for loads of breaks and stuff. And coffees and whatnot. And we got down there, and it was like this awesome custom car event. Some bikes there, which is more my scene. But the custom car, hot rods, Cadillacs, that kind of stuff. This tree looks a bit sketchy. Oh, let's get under here. Yeah, and then the whole rockabilly scene as well. There's a whole, fucking big hairstyles and stuff, rockabilly, psychobilly, that kind of stuff. And man, we were well unprepared. Like it was all kind of small traders, like custom jewellery, dresses, what else? There was hot sauces, that kind of stuff. And then there was us, and all we had behind us, what they supplied was also the floor space, and then a bit Harris fencing that way, a bit Harris fencing that way, so it was an L-shaped kind of thing, backdrop. Luckily I took some bed sheets. We just hung them over the Harris fencing to give us a black backdrop, and then cable tied them in place. I had a banner that said Braw Beard Oils, just cable tied that up the top. They supplied a table actually, so we just put I think it was just a black, yeah, it was a black bed sheet over the table, another banner along the front, which was just stuck on with tape, I think. Set up our products, and I think the only products I had at the time was Grafter, Lover, Wolver, and shampoo. I think I had just released the shampoo, so we took that and we had them set out at the table, and it was just a real basic setup. It makes me laugh when I see the photo, because it's so basic compared to what we've got now. Even then, I don't go balls out with the current stand. I still keep it kind of basic because I like that. It's just this wee reminder of how we started. I don't know, you go fancy, all this point of sale stuff and stands and all that kind of shit, but display stands, but I just like keeping it kind of rough and basic. But anyway, we set up, and then people were asking us as we were setting up, other traders and stuff, saying, "Oh, this looks cool, what is it?" And you explain to them, and you can see like a look of confusion on their face. Some people got it, but a lot of people didn't. And then I forget I think it was just a Saturday, Sunday show. Whatever day it was, the first day the doors opened, fucking nerves start, right? Like, does the card machine work? Does this make sense? Do the prices make sense? Does like our information, are we clued up? Because it was a new product. It was still like, I literally made Braw Beard oil by accident, like from breaking my back. Made massage oils for the course I was doing at the time. Then made hair oil for my wife because she was using it. Then I changed the recipe a bit for my beard because beard's more like pubes than head hair. So I had to thicken it up a wee bit, change the recipe. It became beard oil. Beard oil was not a thing at the time. I mean, there was a couple of companies in America. There was one in England. I was the first in Scotland. We had no one to follow. No one to copy or understand what was going on, right? So we're making this up as we go. And I remember being at the event and people were coming in, looking at it, smelling them, saying, "Oh, it smells amazing, what is it?" And it's like, it's beard oil, it's beard conditioner. So you apply it to your beard and it keeps it soft, keeps itchiness, irritation away, that kind of stuff. And folk are looking at you like, that makes sense, but I've never heard of this stuff before. It's like, yeah, you won't have. It's relatively new in the marketplace. Now I know people say, "Oh, Vikings were using oil in their beard." Were they? Were you there? Is there proof? I don't know. Maybe they were. I don't know. Fucking, they come out plants. Why not? People ate plants for years. And maybe we're using oils on the beard, right? Anyway, so we're explaining that, and some folk were getting it. A lot of folk would just laugh at it. So that'll never take off. You'll never get anywhere with this business. Hello. Yeah, I got a lot of that. And I spoke about this in a previous video I just recorded for the Stroll series. People's opinions. Like, I genuinely, the first day, we walked away thinking, this is maybe a mistake. This is maybe a mistake. Yeah, we came down, we've got to see the show. We drove all the way. We've got to see the show that we wanted to see. And I used Braw Beard as an excuse to, go and get our products out there, but also see the show as well. Make contacts and stuff. And I began to think, maybe it's a mistake. Because we never made much money. I don't even think we were in profit after that show. I don't think we were. The time we took in the accommodation, the fuel to get there, food, that kind of stuff. None of us, like Elaine or I, never took a wage or anything. It was just, you never done that in the early days. You were building a business. We didn't take any money from it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we made a loss on that trip. But then, by the end of the Sunday, there were people coming over to the stand saying, "Oh, you the beard oil guys," because there'd been talk around the event, people saying, "Oh, there's people over there selling beard conditioners." Some people were laughing about it, some people were genuinely interested, but people were talking about it because it was new. So by the Sunday, we had people coming over asking for it, asking if they could smell it, asking if they could try it. And that was encouraging, because I was like, cool, there's a kind of hype behind it now, whether that's a negative hype or a positive hype or an inquisitive hype, right? People were talking about it, people were asking questions, and that's kind of how we got started. It was also, we had the online sales were going, but that's kind of how we got started with trade shows. And I was like, let's try another one, let's try some more. And I think we've done a couple of local markets, and then the next big one was Fort William World Cup, which made sense because I was that's how I got into this. Like, broke my back mountain bike. Oh, sorry, pardon me. Broke my back mountain biking up at Fort William. I used to race up there. I was training for an endurance race, but we've done the SDA, the Scottish rounds up there. So it made sense to take the brand to Fort William World Cup, where the whole story started, kind of thing. Hello, JJ here from the future. I hope you're well. I just wanted to say, 76.4% of viewers are not subscribers to this channel. Could you please do me a solid and subscribe to the channel? It really does help. If not, it's totally cool, but if you can, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, back to the video. And then that was really popular. There was a lot of people came up and bought the products then, because it had been blown up on social media and stuff, and then in the newspapers and that kind of thing. So people were coming to the stand to get Braw Beard products, which was really cool. And we were sponsoring Brooke McDonald at the time as well, who was the junior world champion. We had a good working relationship with Brooke for years. And then well, that contract came to an end, and then the World Cup stopped at Fort William, and that just kind of fizzled out. But yeah, the very first show and then into the Fort William World Cup, that's what started the momentum with the trade shows and stuff. We've done some tattoo shows, Doncaster Tattoo Jam, that kind of stuff. Again, amazing, good fun, and just getting the word out there. I don't do as many now as we used to, because I don't know, online's going pretty well, and then I've got 2 kids obviously in the family, so I want to spend as much time with them as possible at the weekends, just because they're young, they grow up so fast. People keep telling me, but it's true. I'm realising that now. So yeah, I want to spend as much time with them as possible, and then do shows here and there, right? So at the point of recording this, it's a couple of weeks before we go to Aviemore for Thunder in the Glens, which is a big Harley Davidson ride out up there. We were there last year, doing that in a couple of weeks' time. And I'll see what we've got lined up at the end of the year. I don't really have any big events lined up, but we might pick and choose 2 or 3. If not, it'll just be kind of Christmas stuff. So we do the Scottish Game Fair as well. I'll maybe only do 2 or 3 big events a year now, which I'm happy with. Yeah, I'm happy to do that, and just do wee local events here and there. With local Christmas markets, that kind of stuff. I like to get involved with them. So that's kind of what we're doing now. But the majority is online. That's kind of where my focus is at the moment. But yeah, that's the story of the first time Braw Beard exhibited outside Scotland, and it was our first trade event, so it was nerve-wracking. But that said, there's still a couple of customers who bought there that I still see their names popping up in the orders now and again. So if you're watching this, guys, I'm not going to name you because it's not fair, but thanks for watching, thanks for the support, I appreciate it. Been there since pretty much day one, which is really cool. So anyway, right, I'm going to go. Just happy we're almost out and I never got crushed by fallen trees. Or taken out the game by a deer. Right, I'm going to go. Stay safe, look after yourself, and I will see you on the next one. Catch you later.